A Bridgeport family pushing today for Connecticut residents to have expanded access to health insurance. The move just 3 days after their loved one died suddenly. Frank Recchia with the story tonight.
All you have is family.
Shalinda Flores of Bridgeport says she and her family are still reeling. Just 3 days after getting the worst possible news, just 3 weeks before Christmas.
Total shock.
It had to do with her uncle, 58-year-old Fitzgerald Giusti, Fiji to his friends and family, who for years had been the full-time caregiver 24/7 to his 80-year-old mom. The two of them often described as inseparable. Nobody could have guessed that when Fiji walked into the Dollar Tree on Huntington Turnpike Thursday afternoon to buy a few things that his mom needed, that he would quickly be approaching the end of his life. Shalinda says while pushing a shopping cart down the aisle, her uncle suffered a massive heart attack and collapsed. He was pronounced dead a short time later.
I want him to be known as someone who took care of my grandmother and loved her very much and loved his family and would do anything for his family.
Shalinda says the frustrating part about her uncle's death, right in the middle of the holiday season, is that she and her daughter believe it did not have to happen. Shalinda says because her uncle, who had left a state job years earlier to become his mom's full-time caregiver, did not have insurance, he never went to the doctor to find out why he had been suffering from chronic chest pain for years. Shalinda believes he had undiagnosed and untreated cardiac disease, which led to his massive fatal heart attack on Thursday.
Health insurance shouldn't be a privilege for anyone. It should be a right. Because if my uncle had insurance, he would still be here probably.
We need to extend coverage so that people like Shalinda's uncle can take preventive measures and save lives.
Senator Richard Blumenthal and Senator-elect Heron Gaston say they're both pushing for Americans to have expanded access to medical coverage and streamlining the process of getting it so people don't have to die while waiting to be insured. Shalinda says her uncle was eventually approved for state health insurance, but that approval came, she says, just 1 day before he died at the Dollar Tree.
It's terrible that he only received the benefits a day before he passed away.
I always tell my family, you don't ever hold grudges.
Shalinda says going forward, she hopes getting access to medical care will become easier. And she hopes with Christmas just 3 weeks away, people will focus during this time on friends and family.
Always make sure that you are around your family, because you never know when it's the last time you'll ever be with a family member.
In Bridgeport, Frank Recchia, News 12, Connecticut.
The family starting a GoFundMe to help pay for the funeral, which you can find at news12.com.